right, what is up, YouTube? We're back with another video, guys. Today, I'm going to be bringing y'all along with me to the gym. As you can see, we are here at Crush It. We're about to train my full upper body session. So this is my Thursday session. It's pretty high volume, but that's just because of the fact that I literally train everything on my upper body except my biceps. So kind of 1 to 2 movements a piece, and the volume kind of adds up. But I'm going to smash the rest of this pre-workout, hit the Benjamin a couple times, and then it's time to go. Oh, shit. Well, I kind of locked my keys in my car. Shut my door and went to open the back one, and it was locked. My keys are laying right there. Dad said call Hampton's Wrecker. That shit's in Lincoln County. They're not going to come fucking way up here.
No, do not call him.
This guy's not going to answer me. All right, well, we'll try the next number. Right now I'm calling Joe's roadside assistance. Sounds like Joe doesn't want to answer the phone. All right, so I'm kind of calling around right now to see if anybody can come get my bag out of my truck, because I have locked myself out of the truck. So I'm waiting to, or I'm trying to get somebody that can come and let me back in. I'm gonna go, whenever I get the person on the phone, or if I can figure something out, I'm gonna go in there and just start training without my bag, and then whenever they get here, I'll come out here and do that. But nobody's answering the phone right now, so it's kind of shitty. You get somebody? What'd they say? Oh, they're coming? How much does it charge?
Bye-bye.
How much? $100 bucks?
That's not bad.
Motherfucker. I guess, I mean, I paid way more than that. I've locked myself out. This is not the first time.
20 minutes.
20 minutes, $100 bucks. And yeah, so I guess that's what we're gonna do. At least we got the camera, at least we got, I don't have any of my gym gear. It's all obviously in the truck, but I got my headphones and I got my microphone. So we're gonna go get this training session started, and we'll come back out here when the towing people get here. So I'll catch y'all inside. All right, guys, we are at the gym. A little bit of a delay today. It's about 7 o'clock. Normally I train around 6:30, but I kind of, like I said, locked myself out of my truck. So I've been dealing with that for the past 30 minutes. But we're not gonna worry about that. We got someone coming. They said they'd be about 20 minutes, so I figured I'd go ahead and get started in here. He'll call me in just a few minutes, and I'll go out there, he'll let me in my truck, and then we'll get into the rest of the session, guys. But without further ado, we're gonna get in some abs here. 2 sets, probably one warm up, 2 working sets, and then we'll move on to we'll get into the fun stuff. All right, guys, so I start all my sessions out with abs. 2 sets. I rotate through a couple different exercises. Today I'm doing ab crunches. Tomorrow we'll do some leg raises. And then my other exercise I do is planks. So whatever I'm doing, it's just 2 sets pretty much to failure. Except the planks, those aren't really to failure. Those are just, I guess I hold them pretty much as long as I can, but it's not really failure because it's more of an isometric contraction. It's not like doing reps like a normal set. But enough talk. Let's get into this set right here. Oh, yeah. Whew. I'll take that. One more. I'm like the black sheep. At this point, I just embrace that shit. One more set here. I got 11 on that first one. Goal here is like 9, 10, so let's get it. Same weight. Oh, whew. I'll take that. Whew. I would write this stuff down in my logbook, but my logbook's locked in the truck. So I got 11 and then 9, or I don't know. I have to watch that back and see if I actually got that 9th one, but if not, I was right there. But now we're gonna do some lateral raises next. We're just gonna stay on this same cable stack and set it up. So I sat down and I realized that my cuffs are actually still in my truck. So we're gonna roll with these little handles, just put them around my wrists and wear it kind of like a cuff. It's just gonna have to get the job done for today. It's not really that comfortable, but it could be worse. Oh yeah. So I'll probably do 2 warm-ups here and then get into the working sets, but the guy actually just called and he's about to pull in the parking lot. So we're gonna go out there and meet him and we'll get my cuffs. Should have those on by the next set. So we'll catch y'all there. But he finally got it unlocked. So we trained abs already, so we're just gonna do the rest of the session now. So let's get it. All right guys, just like that, back in here. We're gonna do one last warm-up set and then we're just gonna get right to it because I'm way behind on time. A lot of people would go ahead and, kind of rush through these sets, but one thing I've found is even if I had to like shave off some of the sets I'm doing, I would rather do that and keep the quality high rather than, rush through the sets. But I'm not gonna do either one. I'll just stay up a little late if I have to tonight. I will take that one all day of the week. Starting off the day, already took a rep PR on the first set, so I think this is gonna be a good session, guys. I'm not gonna show you all the sets here, but I am doing 4 sets of lying Y raises or lying cuff laterals, however you wanna call them. 4 sets, and this is gonna be all my side delt work for the day. So I'm gonna keep the weight right there and probably run at least 3 sets like that, because that was 12 reps. So ideally on the second set, I'll get like 10 or somewhere around there. And then the third set, I would get like 8-ish. And then I would go down for that 4th set, which I will show you here in a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and start doing some lighter sets on the pec deck, kind of as a superset, just really while I'm resting, just to go ahead and get my chest, you know, a little bit pumped, a little bit of blood flow in there before I go into my heavy pressing, because I do that first on this day. So I'll start with a heavy press and then fly afterwards. Whereas on my push day earlier in the week, I start with a fly and then go into a press. So it's a little different. So I'm gonna go over there and do a couple light sets of flies, and then I'll finish this. That's good. Ooh. Yeah, I definitely didn't have a whole nother rep in there, but 12, 10, 8, pretty perfect. Now we'll do a little drop. All right, like I said, fourth and final set here will be the lightest set. So I did the first 3 sets on 27 pounds. I'm going down just a little bit to 22 pounds. So I should feel a good difference here and be able to get those reps back up, hopefully in that like 10 to 12 range for this last set. I really just want to force as much blood flow into my delts as possible. They're already pumped, so I have a feeling this one's going to be good. Come on. Oh, that's good. 12. That was more than I expected, so I'll take that. Now we're moving on to the chest press, so I'll catch you all on that one. All right, little tip, guys. If you want to get a little extra range of motion, put this down and then put a 10 or put a block or something. That way it's easier to get into on that first rep, especially as you get bigger. It's like that first rep is really hard to get into. So the most I've ever worked up to on this one was 5 1/4. And that was actually like 3 weeks ago. And then later in that session, I actually kind of tweaked my right shoulder a little bit. So last week I kind of used as like a rehab. I only went up to 4. So today we're gonna see how 4 feels. And if it feels really good, I'll probably run with 5. But I don't think I'm quite ready to jump back into that 5 1/4 yet, but who knows? We'll see what it feels like. I think 5's in there at least. Oh. Well, that turned into a working set. Felt really good. I'll take that. I kind of think I might have had that last rep, but my right shoulder, it was like really turning into a grind, so pulled out of it. Just playing it safe for now, because like I said, I did kind of tweak this shoulder a couple weeks ago, but today it feels pretty good, so I just don't want to make it any worse. 5 plates for 8, that's the new start point. And we're gonna probably go down 4 1/4. Try and hit this for 10, maybe even more. But if I get 10 or more, then I'll just leave it for the 3rd set, as I am doing 3 sets of this today. So first set, super heavy. Second 2, moderate, but still in that 8 to 12 rep range is the goal for all my pressing work today. So. Yes! Ooh, that's what I like. That one, the grinder was worth taking, because that one I knew for sure I was getting that 10th one without a doubt. Whereas on that last one, it started shaking immediately when I started pressing it. So I just pulled out. That sounded so weird. Guys, if it starts shaking, it doesn't always mean it's time to pull out. Take that as you see fit. One thing, as I get more mature with my training, that I've noticed, I do way less machines now. Like if I'm training chest, like today I'm going to do this. I'm gonna do 3 sets. I'm gonna go over to do the pec deck fly. I'm gonna do 2 sets, and I'm not gonna do anything else for chest. I'm not saying that that's all you need at all times. Like obviously some people need more than 2 exercises, and it depends on your programming and whatnot. But it's probably overkill if you're coming in the gym and doing 5, 6, 7 chest exercises. Like you probably don't need that many. Find 2 or 3 and hammer them really hard. That's how you're gonna grow. Write that down. All right, set number 3, baby, let's go. Whew. That's what I'm talking about. 8, 10, and 8. Now we're gonna do some flies, and then we'll call it a wrap for chest. One of the really good parts about this gym is, as you can see, all this is all the chest equipment. It's all right next to each other, so you don't really have to move very far. Like I'm gonna move over 3 machines, and I'm gonna be on the pec deck fly. So they kind of have it arranged by muscle group, so all the chest and shoulders is over here, all the back, then it's a separate full room for legs, and then it has the free weight section. So it's really, couldn't be laid out any better. And then there's like 6 pieces of cardio equipment, which is more than sufficient, because let's be real here, I'm not doing any cardio. Oh yeah. Just one little feeler there, really just to get the movement down, because my chest is already full of blood, so I don't really need any warm-up sets, just kind of need to get in rhythm with the movement, which that was more than sufficient. So I'm gonna catch you on the working set. Nice! Whew. 10 reps. That was burning from like rep number 4, so that was a quality set right there. My chest pump is crazy, so I think one more there will be more than enough for chest today. All right, guys, you'll see me periodically sipping on this throughout my workout. So I figured I'd show you what my intro workout drink is. We got my Ninja Turtles shaker bottle here. As y'all can tell, I'm a fan of the Ninja Turtles, but I got 10 grams of glutamine, 10 grams of creatine, 15 grams of essential amino acids, and then 25 grams of carb powder. I'm still broke, so I'm using the Gatorade powder. Just, I don't really have any digestive issues with it or anything like that, so I see no problem. And it's only 25 grams of carbs. If I was pushing like 75 to 100 grams intra-workout, I would probably want like a higher quality carb, like a cluster dextrin or something. But just being 25 grams year-round, Gatorade is the move because it's definitely the cheapest. All right, guys, so I don't know if I've told y'all about my 10 rep rule, but especially when I'm in a phase where I'm, focused on that 8 to 12 rep range, if I get at least 10 on the prior set, I leave the weight the same. Because that means I know I have at least 8, or I should be able to fight for somewhere around 8, maybe 7, depending on the exercise, but 7 to 8 reps on that last set. So if I get 10, I don't drop the weight. If I get less than 10, I'll drop the weight some. But anything 10 or higher, I'm gonna keep the weight the same. So here, same weight, set number 2, and we're gonna shoot for that 8 rep range. Not quite 8, but it was right there, 7. So I'll take it. Those are really quality reps. I'm really less worried about the number, more worried about the quality. So that's gonna do it for chest, guys. I'll see y'all in a minute for some back. All right, guys, next movement, moving on to some back now. As you can see, we're moving on to this prime chest supported row. Everything I do today is gonna be chest supported. That being just because it's kind of my upper body day, but it's more like we hit everything on my upper body day. So like the less taxing the exercise and the more I can isolate the muscle, it's kind of the better. So no free weights, nothing like that today. Just trying to isolate as much as possible and get the work in that we need. So without further ado, we're gonna get into some sets here. Train that mid to upper back. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. I think that'll do. Kind of have to stagger them because if I don't, they won't fit all on there. Yeah. Perfect timing. Oh, no, I don't. You're good. Y'all do what y'all need. Machines are kind of on top of each other. Yeah, so here on set number 2, I'm gonna load 4 plates on the top, so a little bit more there, a little bit less on the middle. And then on that last set, we're going to load even more on the top and less in the middle, just to match the resistance profile, because your back is stronger in the stretch than it is in the contraction. So that's how we train it. You'll notice there, I didn't quite have that 10th rep, so I just went ahead and did like 2 extra like Kelso shrugs, where I'm just doing the same movement, I'm just not bending my arms. So I get a little bit more out of the traps, make sure those are purely exhausted, and then end the set. So 9 plus 2 shrugs, I'll take it. We're gonna do some single arm lat rows and then wrap this session up. All right, guys, as you can see, I'm loading up the hammer strength DY row, the Dorian Yates row. I'm gonna do this single arm. I see some people do it double arm, but I find the motion is kind of like pulling my arms outward, and it takes tension off of my lat, puts it more on my rear delt. But if I lock in single arm, I can really drive that elbow down to the hip and get more lat activation. So probably do 1 warm up here and then hop right into the working sets. Let's take it out. Whew, that was only 1 set too. I got 2 more of those. Probably keep the weight there for the 2nd set and then do a back off on the 3rd. So catch y'all at those. 3. 4. Yeah, I was talking to my buddy about this the other day, about how I wear my hoodie the whole time I'm training pretty much. Maybe I'll take it off at the very end, but the second I like get cold and lose my pump, it's really hard for me to lock back in and have a quality session Like, yeah, it's not impossible, but I remember one day I had to train for a photo shoot, and like we tried to do the photo shoot first and then train afterwards, and they wanted me to still wear like the t-shirt and the short shorts that I was wearing for the photo shoot. That was the worst session of my life. Like zero pump. I just felt odd the whole time. So from that moment on, you'll see me draining in baggy sweats, baggy hoodie, long sweat shorts. These still let a little bit of air flow through, so it's really nice, but I still stay warm, so that's the reason I stay covered up. Not for any other reason. It's not sweat more, it's just to stay warm, stay locked into my sessions. I get better sessions that way. Woo. Another thing you'll notice, I can't train in silence. I don't know how people do that shit. I gotta let it out at least a little bit. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead, take the quarter off, shoot for a little bit higher reps on that last set, and then we'll do some rear delts. Yes! A little bit more reps on that set, but still very, very quality. It's like one of those sets that just burns from rep number 4 all the way to rep number 12. So quality set, guys. That's what we're chasing here. If the sets aren't quality, you're probably not gonna be growing very much. Jacks. So we wrapped up there. 2 exercises for chest, 2 for back, and now we're gonna finish off the session doing a little superset just to save a little bit of time. So you'll see here I'm doing crossbody extensions. So this is my tricep isolation movement for the day. And then I'm gonna go over there and do some reverse pec deck, finish off the rear delts. I don't feel like either one of these impedes the other one, so doing them back to back or in a superset fashion is really not gonna do anything except be more time efficient. So if you ever have opposing muscle groups or something that's like calves and, I don't know, biceps, just random combo there, you can kind of superset them because they're not interfering with the other one, and you have to rest between sets anyway, so you might as well go do something else. All right, guys, first working set here. That is not the same height, is it? Not. This one's low. This one lower? It's that one. Okay. Damn. I feel stupid. At least I didn't do a real set like that. This is probably gonna humble me right here, but that's what we're here for. Yeah. Yep. All right, guys, pretty much going straight from that one over here. I don't like rush over here as you saw, but like pretty much just back and forth. If I feel like I need to take an extra 30 seconds or so, I take it. If not, hop right into the set. So that was pretty heavy. So I'm gonna rest like probably 15, 20 seconds and then do my first working set here. I'll take it. Set number 2. I did drop the weight because I only got 9. If you remember from earlier, the 10 rep rule. If I would have got 10, I would have left it. I ended up with 9, so I dropped the weight. Aim for 10 plus on this one. Oh, of course I hooked him. Good thing I was done with the set. 2 sets done. We got 1 more tricep, and then I still got 3 more rear delts, so I'm gonna go knock those out. I know I said I normally stay covered up, but since I'm filming today, I'm gonna take the pump cover off for the last set, at least the last set of triceps. I still got 2 sets of rear delts, so I'm gonna take this pump cover off, see how we're looking, and then finish it off. We got the Super Shaped Jack Jeans tee. Code COOKFIT will save you. Then the rest of this. Whew, 1 set of triceps left, let's get it. Lightest set, still gonna aim for that. I got 9 on the last 2, so anything more than 9 will be a win. That's good. Whew. 1 more set here, guys, and then we're gonna call this session a wrap. So, a little session recap. We did 2 sets of abs, and then had to take a little break while I had that guy break into my car for me. And then we did 4 sets of side delts, so we did the side laterals, 3 sets on the Atlantis neutral grip press, 2 sets of pec deck flies. Then we went over and did 3 sets of prime mid/upper back row. We did 3 sets of the hammer row for lats, and then finished off with 3 sets of triceps, superset with these 4 sets of rear delts. And that is my full upper body session, guys. So I'm gonna knock this last session out, and we will catch y'all with the post-workout pump check. It feels so awkward in here when it's dead silent. Like, I feel like I'm in a library. It's fucked up. But I will say, it's better for the YouTube videos because they don't get copyright stricken. striked. Yeah, normally. I don't know. Like the other day, I actually trained my whole session, and then I went back and watched all my videos, and I was like, damn, it's dead silent in there. I had my headphones on the whole time. I never even noticed. But normally, they have music playing in here. All right, last set, best set. Couple partials there. Make sure the rear delts are done, which based on the pump I got, I would say they are. So that's gonna do it for the session, guys. Gonna go stretch, pose, and I'll probably take you along with me, so I'll catch y'all over there. Like I said, I like to end my sessions off with a little stretch. So like a dead hang from a pull-up bar, and then I also like to stretch my triceps and my chest, so I do a little dip. But we'll just hold these for probably about a minute each. Body weight is plenty. If you get to the point where that's not hard enough, you can add some weight, but as I kind of take my body weight on up to 250, this is plenty for me. All right, so we wrapped up that pull-up stretch, however you want to call it. Now we're gonna do one set. Just hold this for as long as we can comfortably. No reason to risk injury, but just want to force some more blood flow in there. So this is my favorite stretch for my chest and triceps. Yeah. And they say bodybuilders aren't flexible. Look pretty flexible to me. That'll do. Oh. Now everything is full of blood. Now we'll go check the pump. All right, guys, so we just wrapped up the full session. Now it is time for the pump check. So let's see what we're rocking with. Take the wife beater off for a couple. I'm serious. I would rip those. There we go. Yeah. Toss it. Whew. Well, I guess that's a good time to wrap up the video, guys. That is gonna do it for today's full upper body session, along with a little bit of chaos that came with it. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment what you wanna see next, but I'm gonna end the video here before my camera dies. So until next time, peace.